Event organizers are running multiple events across multiple brands every year. And at the end of each one, they're asking the same exact questions. Which sessions actually resonated? Which sponsors got real engagement? And which exhibitors converted leads and which ones actually didn't? Without answers to these questions, sponsors are harder to retain, exhibitors are harder to upsell, and every event feels like you're starting from scratch. Rozie Synopsis fixes that with a purpose-built analytics platform. Let me show you what it looks like. The first thing an organizer will see is a list of all of their brands in their portfolio. This organizer, for instance, runs 3 brands: the Summit Series, Connect Expo, and Innovation Forum. If we drill down into one of these events, we'll be able to see the total events in that brand. We'll also be able to see the total number of unique users that interacted with this brand, and then total interactions, and then average session duration across every single event. As this event brand grows, you'd be able to add a new event here. But let's go and see the most recent event. So in this most recent event, you'll see a similar top-level information, for instance, unique users, total interactions, average session duration, which is the amount of time that they spent in that application or in the applications that the event had. We'll also be able to go a little bit deeper. So we could see the list of sessions and all the related session assets, including transcripts and the raw MP3 audio files. We'll also be able to see content performance. So what were the top trends, top session, key takeaways at this event? We'll also see a topic cloud, then speaker insights and top quotes from those speakers, how relevant and engaged the audience was with those speakers, and then top audience questions. All of this information can be used to inform next year's event or next event that's coming up in the series. If we go over one more, we'll see all the relevant links and assets. So we'll be able to see what our second screen link is, Knowledge Hub, the speaker portal, and then the sponsor portal. So this is the one that sponsors have been asking for the most. For every sponsor at your event, you can see exactly which attendee engaged with their content by name, by interaction, and by session. So you can see attendee 1 accessed the product overview video, the industry white paper, and the client case study. So now you have sort of an idea of what attendee 1 is actually interested in, which can inform how this sponsor interacts with them. Let's go over to the exhibitors. And so this is where you'll be able to manage your exhibitors and the exhibiting companies and see which ones are performing and which ones are not. So high level, you'll be able to see the total exhibitors that you have at your show. You'll be able to see the percentage of onboarding that they've completed and how many have yet to onboard, total scans that they've had. And so this will help you be able to intervene if exhibitors are not completing their onboarding. Then we can go down and drill down a little bit deeper to see the actual exhibitors and what they've actually done. And so we can see they've had a total of 142 scans, 98 unique attendees have been scanned, the amount of licenses that this company has purchased versus the number of licenses assigned. So maybe some of their team members haven't showed up or they just haven't onboarded yet. And then you can see that they've integrated their CRM. And then you could actually see the amount of leads that they've gotten. And so you can see the relevant notes that they've captured and then the actual lead status there. The exhibitors themselves have a separate portal they can log into to get even more rich information from what they've captured, including transcripts of their conversations that will all be sent to their CRM. Now, most event platforms tell you how many people showed up. Rozie Synopsis tells you what those people engaged with, which sponsors drove real value for both your event and for your attendees, which exhibitors converted leads and which ones didn't, and how all of it trends across every event in your portfolio. That's the Rozie Synopsis Analytics platform. If you're running events and flying blind on ROI, let's talk.